Jesus freaking Christ. This pay-per-view was so damn long. Well, what is going on, wrestling fans? It is your boy, D-WIZZLE. Thank you as always for tuning back into the channel. And today we're going to be talking about the 2019 Royal Rumble that was this past Sunday. Yeah, so much going on with this pay-per-view. I'm going to get into it in a minute, but I just had to preface that real quick before I get into this. But anyway, that being said, so if you guys don't know, the Royal Rumble is actually my favorite pay-per-view of the year. Yeah, over WrestleMania and stuff like that, the Royal Rumble has always been my favorite. I just love the concept of the match itself, and I just love, you know, what the Rumble match means for stuff for WrestleMania. You know, I just think it's a really good setup for what possibly could come in the next couple of months going into WrestleMania. And overall, it's just a fun show to me. I just find so much enjoyment into it. I mean, yes, you can go to WrestleMania and Survivor Series for, you know, like Spectacle and, you know, just different type of match stipulations. And, of course, SummerSlam, biggest party of the summer. But for me, the Royal Rumble always held a special place in my heart. And I'm pretty shocked this is the first time I'm going to be reviewing a Royal Rumble pay-per-view. But, yeah, I'm excited to talk about it. But that being said, let's get right into it because there's so much to talk about on this pay-per-view. First, before I start getting into the matches, I just want to say this. WWE, you need to do so much better with your time management on these pay-per-views. I can't believe that this ran 7 hours long. Why? That is too much. You know, it's like, because you start at 7 and then the pay-per-view ended like around 11 or 12. Like, that's insane. Like, I can only imagine the people who are actually there, that they have to sit through that and then have to go home afterwards. And then for the people watching at home, I actually went to a Royal Rumble party, you know, with a bunch of people watching the Rumble. The pay-per-view was so long, people had to leave early before the show was over because it was going so long. And you know, it's not holding in the this show's not holding in the casual, you know, wrestling fans, because even though there's like some stuff that, you know, the casual wrestling fan, you know, they think is kind of cool, there isn't enough here to warrant a 7-hour show. You know, if the quality was like great from start to finish, I'm sure people would overlook it. But you know, it's the bottom line is this Royal Rumble pay-per-view was just fine. Yeah, it was fine. It wasn't great. It wasn't awful. I think, you know, it did what it needed to do. Like, the important stuff, it happened. And, you know, you just gotta get through some weird decisions and stupid filler within and stuff like that. But overall, I mean, it's alright. It's an alright pay-per-view. This is definitely not as good as the Rumble from last year. Because, you know, first of all, the Rumble last year was better paced than this one. But overall, it's just, there was just so much stupid stuff happening within. But I'm not going to lie and say that I didn't enjoy watching parts of it. But, you know, I just thought it was fine. But anyway, let's get into the matches. The first match is Becky Lynch versus Asuka for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Overall, this was a good match. I thought it was decent. I thought it was a pretty good match. It wasn't great. I felt like it went on a little too long. I think you're gonna hear me say that a lot about this pay-per-view. You know, the pacing was just so bad with this pay-per-view. But outside of that, I thought it was a good match. They put on a decent showing, Becky and Asuka. It's a match I always wanted to see, Becky Lynch versus Asuka, so I'm glad to see it here. And of course, we know Becky Lynch has become one of the most popular women's wrestlers in the WWE. And Asuka, I'm glad that they're giving her more attention and giving her the SmackDown Women's Championship. And obviously, you know, what I was really excited to see was what they were going to do with Becky, you know, going into WrestleMania. Is she going to go in as the champion, or is she going to figure out a way to be in the Rumble and main event WrestleMania or whatever the plans they have you. But you know, everyone has been wanting to see what Becky Lynch will do for WrestleMania because she's just so popular. People do want to see her main event, whether it's against the SmackDown Women's Champion or it'll be against the Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey, which most likely she's going to hold the belt to WrestleMania. I don't think there's any changes for that. Spoilers. But overall, this was a good match. I enjoyed it. The one thing I didn't like about this match was the fact that Becky tapped out in this match. Yeah, she ends up losing the match and Asuka retains the championship. But yeah, so Asuka put her in a submission hold and she made her tap out, and I'm like, why would you do that? You know, because Becky has so much momentum going into this. It's like it's kind of making her weak, you know, having her tap out. Though, I mean, at the same time, the submission hold, the Asuka lock or whatever she was using, it did look like it was really painful. So I guess she would have to tap out, but I would have done something different. I would have had her pass out to the submission instead of tapping out. So I was really disappointed about that. But you know, other than that, I thought it was pretty decent. Like I figured Asuka was going to retain because you know it's too soon. You know, it was too soon to have her lose the belt. And I think they had other plans for Becky going into WrestleMania, so I wasn't mad about it. But I just didn't like that she tapped out to whatever that submission hold was that she was using on her. I just didn't like that. I think you should have done a better way to have her lose, you know, to make her still look strong. Anyway, next match. I don't care about this match at all. This is for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. The Miz and Shane McMahon versus The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro. Why is this match on the show? Why is this match on the show? This made no goddamn sense. Like, I didn't care about this match, to be honest with you. I'm not even gonna waste my time going into the details stuff like that because I didn't really care. This shouldn't have been on the show. This was a match on SmackDown, and it's like you already have the show running too long, and then you're gonna put stupid matches like this in here. Like, you could have put the Cruiserweight Championship match in here instead of this. You know, instead of having to be on the pre-show. You could have had this. If you really wanted this tag team match, you should have put it on the pre-show because nobody cares about this match. Like, I care about the Cruiserweight Championship more than this. But honestly, I don't think either should be on the show because the show is going on too long anyway. But you know, I was just so mad. I mean, the match itself, it was fine. It was fun. You know, I guess it's entertaining to see Shane do these crazy moves and trying to kill himself. There was a couple of moments where they were trying to put each other through a table. I thought that was, I guess, kind of fun, I guess. And then Shane doing that like move where he puts a person on the turnbuckle and then he jumps off the other end of the ring and kicks them in the face. Like, okay, that's entertaining, I guess, but I don't care about this match. The Bar doesn't retain. The Miz and Shane win the tag team championships. What the hell? What is going on right now? Why? I can't believe this. Like, this is the reason why people don't take tag team matches seriously, because of this stupid crap. I mean, the day before you had an awesome tag team match with the War Raiders and the Undisputed Era, and then the next day you do this. Like, come on now, this is a joke. And don't get me started on the Raw Tag Team Championship match on the pre-show. I'm not going to get into that. That is just, oh my god, stupid. But anyway, yeah, Shane and the Miz are now tag team champions. What the hell is going on right now? Okay, so next match we have for the Raw Women's Championship. It's Ronda Rousey versus Sasha Banks, and this was the best match of the night for me. I was really excited for this match. I think this, other than Finn Balor and Brock Lesnar, this was my most anticipated match of the night. Because I just like the build-up that Sasha and Ronda has. You know, Ronda calling out Sasha, being like, "What happened to your integrity? Why aren't you more hungry? You know, it feels like you're not doing as much now. Like you used to be awesome in NXT and stuff like that, but now you're just being lazy. Tag team with Bailey every week, and then Sasha getting mad at that, being like, I am a 5-time women's champion, 4-time women's champion. Yeah, she won the women's championship many times. I know people in the comments are going to be really mad that, how come you don't know how many times Sasha won the championship? What's wrong with you? Like, I'm sorry. I was very disoriented, given the fact that I had to watch a 7-hour Royal Rumble. So please give me a break. I had to watch this 2 times because I couldn't review this right after. I couldn't even review it the next day because I was so tired. I was so wore out, and I was like, I couldn't appreciate the stuff that was happening in the show because it was going so long. So, and also I had to do the review for NXT TakeOver Phoenix. So, okay, please give me a break. I'm sorry I went on that rant. I don't mean to. This is what long shows do to you, But getting back to the match, yeah. So Sasha is like being like, I've done more in this business than you. You're just a rookie, and you got lucky with that championship, and I'm going to take it from you. So the build-up with these two, I thought, were great. And overall, this was a really good match. And given the fact that Sasha didn't have that much time to prepare against Ronda, it really proves how great they work in the ring, regardless of that. Very, really good. There was a spot where Ronda was whipping her with their arm like 4 times. It was really good. There was a few times where Ronda tried to get her in the arm bar and didn't work. There was some like heelish tactics from Sasha, which I love, where she was putting her in the bank statement and she was choking her with their armband that she has. She was putting it around her face while she put her in there in the bank statement. That was really good. But yeah, overall, this really good match. Ronda Rousey retains the championship, that's what I figured. I didn't think they were going to put the title on Banks just yet because they have major plans for her at WrestleMania. So I wasn't mad at that. But of course, it did set up for a possible 4 horsewomen match with Sasha and Bailey and Becky and Charlotte. All 4 of them fighting against Ronda and Shayna Baszler and the other 2 women of the 4 horsewomen of MMA. So I'm actually excited for that, really. But overall, yeah, this was my favorite match of the night. The next match we have, the Women's Royal Rumble match. Okay, yeah, the Women's Royal Rumble match. Okay, so this was... This match was alright. Though this match, at the same time, this had the most pacing issues in the entire show. I think this was the match that made this entire show drag, because while the match, it was fun to watch in certain moments, and it was, it wasn't bad. It's just, this match went on so damn long. Oh my god. Like, I don't remember the Women's Royal Rumble match last year being this long. I don't think it was. It was better paced than this, but this one just dragged so much. And I honestly don't remember that much going on in this match. Honestly, like Lacey Evans came out as number 1, and I was like, okay, and she was doing her little promo. Lacey needs some work. Like, nobody knows who you are. WWE's not gonna do like a full background of what she was doing in NXT or whatever. So they need to do a better job with that. Lacey Evans, I mean, I kind of liked her at NXT, but I felt she was prematurely sent to the main roster. But yeah, you had her and Natalya be number 2. Natalya ended up being the Iron Woman for this match, and I thought that was cool. I didn't expect her to be the Iron Woman match. I thought maybe like Ember Moon or something like that. But I give props to Natalya. It was really good. But literally, I'm having a hard time remembering what's going on in this match. Nikki Cross. I like Nikki Cross. Like, I liked her intro into the match. There was a spot where she was walking to the ring, and Billie Kay was taking her time to get inside, and then Nikki just pushes her to the ground, and then just clotheslines everybody in the ring. I thought that was cool, I guess. There was some NXT superstars that was in the match, like Candice LeRae, and then there were some wrestlers from the Mae Young Classic. I thought that was cool. But yeah, I mean, I guess the only thing memorable in the match was, Charlotte and Nia Jax, and then Lana. Lana got injured in the pre-show with the U.S. Championship match with Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura. She injured her leg, and she was still trying to be in the match, but she was having a hard time walking to the ring. And then Nia Jax came out and just attacked her leg, and so she's not able to compete. And so Becky Lynch comes out and takes Lana's place, and now she was in the match. So I thought overall that was pretty cool. And I figured that was going to happen. I think a lot of people were predicting that was going to happen. There was this spot where Nia pushes her off the steps, and then it looks like she buckled her knee, and it looked like Charlotte was going to prevail with her injury, but it turns out that Becky Lynch ends up winning the Rumble match. Yeah, I'm actually really happy about that. I actually wanted that to happen, honestly, and I think a lot of people wanted that to happen. But yeah, I'm really excited. That's probably like the biggest highlight of the show, honestly. Her winning the match, because everybody wanted it, and they wanted her the main event WrestleMania, so that was really good. I'm sorry I didn't really go into detail about this match, because like I said, there's not really that much memorable stuff happening. I mean, I'm just thinking about, Kairi Sane was in the match, and she had some really good spots there, and then Naomi came in, and she was doing her tricks to when she was thrown outside the ring, and she doing these tricks to get back in without her feet touching the floor. I mean, that was good, but then somebody ended up pushing her off pushing her on the floor anyway. I think it was Mandy Rose, so continuing that rivalry from SmackDown. But yeah, man, I mean, other than that, I'm just like, it's really silly. Oh, there was this stupid moment with Alicia Fox and Maria Kanellis. They were doing some silly crap. I'm just like, this is the stuff we don't need in a Rumble match. I mean, yes, you can have some fun in here, but it's like you're literally just dragging the match on for no reason. It's like they're not even like they're not being consistent with the countdown either. They're like waiting like 3 minutes for people to do stupid stuff in the ring, like Alicia and Maria doing some stupid silly crap, and then they do the countdown. It's like they forgot or something. Like, I don't know. But yeah, this match was alright, I guess. I'm glad Becky won though, so that was the good part about it. Okay, moving on. We have the WWE Championship match, AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan. Overall, this was a good match. Once again, it's not great, and I feel I don't know. It's just, even though the match was good, it's not. I think it's the least memorable of the other matches, honestly, and I think it's because it just came so late into the show. And you could feel the crowd was not into it because they're probably tired at this point, But it's really sad because you know that they're both going to put on a really good match and all that. But it's just like I said, the show was going on too long. It's like it was hard for me to care at this point, It's like we still have another Rumble match to get to, the men's one. So it's just like, I don't know. I just wish that I just wish the other matches before this didn't like hold this match up, because they were doing a good match, but just, I don't know. It's not too much to say about it. Compared to their previous matches, this is not the best one, honestly. I think the one before this was better, but I don't know. I mean, I thought it was good. Daniel Bryan ends up retaining because out of nowhere, Eric Rowan walks to the ring and distracts AJ Styles, and that causes Daniel Bryan to get the upper hand and then beats AJ Styles. And so apparently Eric Rowan is now a lackey to Daniel Bryan. And I'm like, wait, what? But what happened to the Bludgeon Brothers? What about Luke Harper? Like, you're just gonna leave him hanging, or is he gonna come later? But I don't know. That really confused me. Yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes. But that definitely like confused me. I don't know what was going on. I thought the Bludgeon Brothers were gonna come back because they were doing like promos and stuff saying that they weren't gonna come back, but I guess not. But anyway, getting on to the final match. Well, not the final match, the final title match. We have Finn Balor versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. Finn Balor, you guys know Finn Balor is my favorite wrestler in the WWE right now. And I wanted him to get a rematch for the Universal Championship for so long. I'm glad he's finally getting one at the Royal Rumble, but I'll be honest, I didn't think he was going to win. Because Brock Lesnar is just, his ego is just so big, and you know, it's like Vince loves Brock, and I don't know what kind of like negotiations he did with him, but like, it's just to the point where nobody's gonna beat him. Honestly, it's just, and it's not because you know he's such a great wrestler. It's just because he's booked like he's unstoppable. It's like it's unconvincing. He's like the God mode in a video game. It's like he's not you know, he's not beatable. And like that's not a good thing. Honestly, that has not become a good thing. Just because you're unbeatable doesn't make you a good wrestler. Brock is not a good wrestler anymore. He used to be, but he doesn't do that much. All he does is suplex and F5s. And it's just like, I'm just getting sick of Brock Lesnar. And it's like, he's the reason the Universal Championship is pointless. He's the reason. Like, who cares about the Universal Championship? I feel like, you know, as much as, you know, people hate on Roman Reigns, at least you felt like, you know, there was more purpose with him holding the belt than Brock. Brock isn't doing anything. He just has his championship matches at the pay-per-view and then leaves. It's like, no wonder nobody cares about it. And it's like they're making us believe that this is more important than the WWE Championship on SmackDown. No, it's not. And it's just because of stuff like this. I'm sick of Brock Lesnar. He's not legit to me anymore. He's just stupid. And I'm tired of it. I mean, Paul Heyman can do all he can to make, you know, Brock, you know, be over. But at the end of the day, he's just another corporate shill. You know, another person that Vince McMahon loves. And, you know, to me, he feels worse than Roman Reigns. You know, I feel like there's more. I feel more convinced with Roman Reigns than Brock Lesnar. At least he's here every week, and at least he actually does different moves. Brock doesn't do anything. He just does 2 moves and then he leaves. And it's like, I don't know why we're fixated on this. You think that having the title on Brock is going to give more publicity and attention to the WWE for UFC? No, it hasn't worked. So I'm just sick of him. Can somebody take the belt off him? But apparently, Finn does not. And I was really sad. As soon as he came out as a normal person, not the demon, I knew for a fact that he was not going to win this match. When's the last time we've even seen the demon? SummerSlam? Like, why are we not seeing the demon more often? Like, he's obviously a more interesting persona than, you know, the regular Finn Balor, even though I like the regular Finn Balor. It's like, there's so many instances where he could have been the demon, like WrestleMania or something like that. But it's like, it's so few and far between we get the demon. And it's at this point, it's like, if he doesn't come in as the demon, I don't think he was gonna win against Brock, and he doesn't. Now, he actually did put up a good fight. I'm surprised. Like, it didn't just start with, you know, Brock assaulting him for like 10 minutes, suplexing him for like suplexing him 22 times or whatever. It didn't start off with that. He actually had some good offense. He was kicking him to the turnbuckle. He was you know, knocking him down outside the ring. he was like out doing his maneuvers and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, maybe he'll stand a chance, you know? Maybe WWE will actually listen to the fans and actually give Finn the championship. But no, I was wrong. Out of nowhere, after Finn does the coup de grace on Brock, Brock gets a submission on him immediately, and then he taps out. Like, what the hell, man? What the hell? I can't believe this, man. This match pissed me off the most, honestly. Even though that SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, that pissed me off because it was on the show. This one angered me because I know Vince knows, you know, what the people want. They want Finn to be champion. He is so over right now, and it's like, it just feels like blatant disrespect. I can't believe this, bro. What's the point of doing all this build-up with Finn if you're just gonna have him lose like a punk, and then afterwards Brock does a bunch of F5s and suplexes him after he wins? I'm like, what is this? What are you trying to do here? Like, I don't understand this. It just pisses me off. I'm done with Brock Lesnar. I don't like him. I don't care about him. He needs to leave. He obviously doesn't care. He's just going in for a paycheck and that's it. I don't understand why he needs to hold the championship for so long. Nobody cares about him. And because of that, nobody cares about the Universal Championship. Like, I don't get this. I'm so mad. I don't know where Finn goes from here because, I don't know, he feels buried at this point. Like, unless he gets a rematch, at Elimination Chamber as the Demon and he wins the championship, I don't know what is going to happen with him, man. Like, this is just ridiculous. He used to be one of the greatest champions on NXT, the longest reigning one, in fact. But instead, he gets this. It's horrible. But anyway, getting to the men's Royal Rumble match. So this was the better match of the two. Between this and the women's one. This was actually better paced than the women's one, but I think it's because they knew that they wasted a lot of time as it is, so they're just gonna go really quick with the men's Rumble match. So overall, I liked it. I don't think it was as good as last year's, but I thought it was good. So they start off the match. Number 1 is Elias, and then number 2 is, surprisingly enough, Hall of Famer Jeff Jarrett. I was happy to see him, but what was that ridiculous outfit he was wearing? I don't know why he was wearing that. I don't remember much of what he wore in WCW, if that's what he was wearing, but like, I didn't like his outfit. That looks so weird. But he had this funny little promo with Elias, and at this point I was like, why are we pausing to do this silly promo? Like, come on now. Like, they didn't ring the bell until Elias started attacking him. I'm like, what? I'm like, this is the pacing stuff I'm talking about, man. But anyway, getting to the match. It was entertaining. Elias ended up hitting Jeff Jarrett with the guitar, which I thought was cool. And Shinsuke Nakamura was in this match, even though he just had a U.S. Championship match in the pre-show. So he went from winning the Royal Rumble match last year to being in the Royal Rumble as United States Champion. Okay, sure, I guess. There was a lot of NXT wrestlers in this match, which I'm glad they didn't, put a whole bunch of Hall of Famers in here for, some funny comedic stuff. I'm glad that they're giving more attention to NXT stars like Aleister Black and Johnny Gargano. Like, that was really cool that they were in this match, and they had the highlights. Honestly, like, Aleister and Johnny, they were really good in this match. I'm glad they were able to get their time to shine. And then there was a little thing with Samoa Joe and Mustafa Ali. Mustafa actually eliminated Samoa Joe, which I'm like, oh yeah, there you go, Mustafa. That's what I'm talking about. And then Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins was actually attacked outside the ring. He didn't get eliminated because he went through the ropes, but he was put through a table, and he was laid out for a good portion of the good portion of the match. And then Braun Strowman came in. He was actually the replacement for John Cena because John Cena was supposed to be in the match, but he got injured, quote unquote. I think it's because he was just filming another movie, so they had to make up an excuse for him. But yeah, Braun Strowman was in the match, and he got some good highlights there, being the the big dude of the match. Kofi Kingston of the New Day had some entertaining spots, just like Naomi. When he gets thrown outside the ring, he does his tactics to get back into the ring without having his feet touch the floor. No Way Jose came in and was eliminated within a second, so I think he's going to be part of the, one of those record-breaking ones, being the shortest time in the Rumble match. I don't remember who the Iron Man was. I don't think there was really an Iron Man, honestly, because Elias and Jeff Jarrett got eliminated early on, so I don't know. But then Drew McIntyre had some really good spots with Dean Ambrose. Rey Mysterio and Randy Orton was in the match too, and I was actually surprised, honestly. We haven't seen Randy Orton in a while, so I'm glad to see him back. He did win the Rumble match a couple of years ago, so I didn't think he was going to win this one, obviously, because we haven't seen him on TV for so long. Bobby Lashley, he was the person that put Seth Rollins to a table, but once again, he got eliminated real quick. Jeff Hardy was in it too. Glad to see him back. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about Nia Jax. So for those of you who don't know, R-Truth and Carmella won the Mixed Match Challenge, and they get to be number 30 in the Royal Rumble match. Both Carmella and R-Truth. And R-Truth came out as number 30, but before he got to the ring, Nia Jax came out and attacked R-Truth and took her place. And I was like, what? What is going on right now? I was so mad. Why is Nia Jax in the male Rumble match? It made no sense. You already had a women's match. Why do you need to take attention from the men by bringing her in here, And apparently the reason being is because they want to slowly bring back physical confrontations between the men and the women. I guess, yeah, that's cool, I guess. I'm glad that, I'm glad they're trying to slowly bring that back, because I felt like that would make some shows more interesting if the men and women had more confrontations like that, I guess. But why did it have to be Nia Jax? I guess because she's the biggest woman, and I guess she's the only person that looks like she can confront any of these men, so I guess that's why. But it's like, add more heat to the fire, because everybody already don't like Nia Jax. But yeah, I just thought that was stupid, and I thought there was going to be some more surprises, honestly. Like, why isn't Sami Zayn back? Why isn't Kevin Owens back? There was a rumor that Abyss from Impact Wrestling was going to be in here, but apparently he didn't show up in this one. Kenny Omega, for those of you who were wondering, no, he wasn't going to be in it because his contract with New Japan Pro Wrestling is still in effect. So of course he's not going to go, and I think he's going to go to AEW anyway. But yeah, I'm just surprised. Like, and then Lars Sullivan, where's Lars Sullivan? Where's EC3? Like, where's Heavy Machinery? Where are all those people that you called up to the main roster? But other than that, I mean, yeah, it was a good match. Seth Rollins ended up coming back from him getting put through a table, and he ends up winning the Royal Rumble match. And I'm actually glad. He was the person that I wanted to win. It makes a lot of sense. So for certain, I think Becky is going to face off against Ronda Rousey, and I think Seth Rollins is going to face off against Brock Lesnar. I'm expecting Becky to beat Ronda Rousey, or at least I hope she does, because this is a match we should have gotten at Survivor Series last year, but due to circumstances it didn't happen. But I think Becky is going to walk out as the champion at WrestleMania. It'll be very disappointing, and I actually heard that Ronda is actually going to take a break after WrestleMania, so it will make a lot of sense for her to lose against Becky, and finally Becky getting her WrestleMania moment. It'd be cool if it even main evented WrestleMania. I wouldn't be opposed to that at all. I think it'd be good. And then Seth Rollins, you better beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. You better beat him, because Honestly, if you can't beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, I don't think anybody can. Like, he's our last hope at this point. Like, I don't know who else could, face off against Brock if Seth can't beat Brock. I'll be very mad if Seth does not win the Universal Championship at WrestleMania. I will be so angry. It's just so frustrating with Brock, man, because they know what the fans want. They know deep down what we want to see. But they just keep going against what we want. And it's like, if you're not going to give it to Finn Balor, give it to Seth Rollins. I think he is also a person that deserves it, because he has been putting in work on Raw for so long. Like, he deserves to hold that championship, man. And I don't think he's ever held the Universal Championship. Yeah, I don't think he has. So this will be a great WrestleMania moment for him, So please make this happen. So overall, this pay-per-view was fine. The pacing was so bad in this show. I think it would have been so much better if they just paced this show like they did last year. Honestly, there's no reason for it to be longer than it was last year. Last year felt very good. It was a well-paced show. But this just went on too long. But try not to get to, sink into the negatives. What I also want to say is that I love the stage for the Royal Rumble. I thought it looked really good. I liked that they were able to get, a stadium like this that held like almost 50,000 people. That was really good. And I even liked how the stage looked, even though it was really small. It reminded me of the stages from, the old days of WWE, where the stage that they would have for the wrestlers' entrances aren't that big. So, but I think it's better that they have a truncated Minitron and stuff like that, because you feel more of the scale of it. I just like the unique look of it. It looks really good. Now, if only the quality of your show was as good as how it looked. From a wrestling standpoint, this could have been better than NXT TakeOver Phoenix. But no, it's just like they just keep doing silly stuff, and like they're trying to truncate this show with as many matches as possible. And it's like it lowers the weight of the show if everyone is on it, if you put everything on here. Quantity is not better than quality. So overall, I will give the Royal Rumble 2019 a 3 out of 5 stars. Like I said, it was enjoyable. I liked the stage. I liked most of the matches. There was a couple on there that didn't need to be there. You should pace your show a lot better. Please don't have it be 7 hours. And I'm sure WrestleMania is going to be just as long, if not longer. We can't keep doing this, man. It's so exhausting. And then you have this on top of the 3-hour Raw each week, in the 2-hour SmackDown, and then an hour of NXT, and then an hour of NXT UK, and then an hour of 205 Live. That's a lot of wrestling, man. You gotta figure out a way to truncate this or schedule it better, because this is just so much, Even for stuff like NXT and 205 Live, which I enjoy watching, It's just so much wrestling. They need to figure out how to manage their time better. But that's how I feel about the Royal Rumble. What did you guys think about it? Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate it? Did you guys think it was okay? Comment below and let me know. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe. We are on the road to 50 subscribers, and I hope we'll reach that goal this year. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.